Hi, I'm Carlo Mincatelli of Time 2 Resources. This video will help you to understand the operating profit margin. If you want to make notes whilst following the video, why not download the handy PDF note taker? The link can be found in the description box below. In our previous video, we looked at how to calculate the operating profit margin from information contained in the income statement. In this video, we look at how we might apply the operating profit margin to help analyse and evaluate within an answer. The operating profit margin is calculated as operating profit divided by sales revenue times 100. To improve it, we need to either increase sales revenue whilst maintaining costs, or maintain sales revenue whilst reducing costs of goods sold or expenses. One common line of argument is that we might find a cheaper source of supplies. This will reduce costs per unit, leading to a higher gross profit margin. However, in counterbalance, this might impact on quality, leading to a lower reputation for the firm, which might lead to lower sales revenue. The business might become more capital intensive. As machines do the work, this will lead to lower wage costs, increased output, and less waste. However, this is initially expensive in terms of machinery, putting pressure on the finances of the business. Alternatively, customers might be looking for more niche, hand-produced products. This would lead to falling sales. To cut expenses, the business might reduce office costs by laying off workers and increasing the amount of work undertaken by remaining employees. However, this might impact on customer service by putting more pressure on staffing resources, leading to a lower contact time with customers and a poorer reputation. In the longer term, this might lead to reduced sales. When commentating on operating profit margins, it's important to look at the type of market that the business operates in. Catherine's cat salon operates in a niche market with high costs as it is a premium product. To cover these costs, it charges high prices. As a result, the profit margin per unit is high. Despite having a comparatively low sales revenue of £10,000, this leads to a high operating profit margin of 25%. Bryony's Boxes operates in the mass market with a low profit margin per unit. Despite having a much larger sales revenue of £2 million, its operating profit margin is only 10%. So even though its operating profit is significantly higher, its operating profit margin is lower. As a small business, Catherine's cat salon is unlikely to employ any specialist workers. The owner of the business is likely to be a jack of all trades, doing many of the jobs themselves. They may outsource certain jobs, such as verifying the accounts, to specialists. This will help reduce costs. As a larger business, Bryony's Boxes might be able to employ specialist workers. A production manager might be expensive in terms of salary, but will help in reducing the cost of buying raw materials and improving quality through their knowledge and understanding of the job. This will lead to higher sales revenue. A marketing manager might be able to increase sales using their experience to undertake an effective marketing plan. Hopefully, this combination of reducing costs and increasing sales will lead to higher operating profit margins. A reduction in the direct costs of making a product will help to improve the operating profit margin. However, it is difficult to reduce the cost of goods sold, as the business often has to pay the market rate for raw materials and will have contracts that set a specific price when buying these. Buying cheaper raw materials might impact on the quality of the product. Therefore, businesses often focus on overhead expenses when looking to cut costs in order to improve the operating profit margin. This might be achieved by laying off office staff or reducing commission. The business might allow staff to work from home, reducing the cost of maintaining offices. Operating profit margins vary significantly between industries. The operating profit margin indicates how efficiently a business manages its cost of goods sold and expenses. These account for nearly all of the fixed and variable costs of the business. It is a better indicator than the gross profit margin because all businesses will have expenses on top of the cost of production. It is useful to compare the operating profit margin of a business over time. Improvements mean the business is managing costs or increasing sales more effectively. It is also useful to compare with other businesses in the industry. Above industry average suggests the business has greater profitability than competitors. However, operating profit margins vary between industries. Mass market businesses can operate effectively on low profit margins as they sell a greater number of units, increasing overall profit due to selling high volumes. Niche market businesses will need to make a higher operating profit margin for each unit sold, as they are selling low volumes, so need higher profit margins to cover costs. Thank you for watching and listening to this presentation. We look at a number of ratios in other presentations. If you haven't already done so, why not subscribe to the Time2 Resources YouTube channel now?